All right, so you're here because you're wondering what is n8n, or maybe you've worked with it before and you're looking for a refresher, and really it's just this tool that you use for automating standard and repetitive processes. So imagine that you have the need to perform this marketing intelligence report from, say, Reddit, like I did in this video. Here, you just want to go through Reddit and find the relevant posts that match up with your needs, meaning your target keywords in this case, right? Or you have the need to upload a YouTube video automatically. Let's say you want to upload a VO3 Power video like I did with this workflow, right? This is done in a matter of minutes, again with n8n. Or let's say you want to embed a chatbot that has actually a custom knowledge base to your website, like I did with my embeddable RAG-powered AI agent. All these examples that I provided are some of the many automations that you can implement, and that's why n8n is so powerful. With a bit of a learning curve, but you can do it. Now, let's go into some examples. Okay, so here we are in my n8n dashboard where I have all these workflows that have been saving me a lot of time. We're going to create a new workflow. And we're going to go over here and start adding nodes, essentially little boxes that have a set duration. And let's envision a bit the grand scheme of things. I want to create a workflow that I can use in the future in a more advanced manner. And I want to be sending emails, and I want the content of these emails to be maybe a newsletter, and then I want to be specifying instructions for this newsletter. Now, this is complicated to do on a first try for a beginner, but you can simplify this, right? So we can say, okay, there's an email, and let's say we send it through my Gmail account and just to myself to begin with. And the content of this email will be generated through an AI agent, okay? Because they're very creative, and you can say to this AI agent through your guidance, I want a motivational code about being healthy. Okay, so that's it, those 3 steps. And we're going to start with the chat message node over here. So what it does is when a chat message is received, it'll then give you some output. Okay, so if I were just to click here, I want motivation for being healthy. Okay. Then you'll see that it outputs whatever I just put in, actually. The reason being is that you can see here the details. I just toggle over here. You can see that, there was nothing attached to it. She just took in the message and just returned it. For it to start becoming an automation, you have to then attach another node, and you just click here on this plus sign, and you're going to click on AI, and the AI agent. This is a bit of overkill, but it's something that if you set up, then you can reuse in the future with more complicated workflows. And you can see over here a set of 3 panels, let's call them. Input on the left, which is the output from the previous node, right? And it has an array here, which has a session ID as a key and a value with this string, and then another key value pair with actions and message, and then what we care about, which is the chat input and the guidance I gave it, right? It's taking this as the user message automatically. It's just configured like that from n8n. You can always change this, but this is just set for us to begin with. And I'm going to add some options here. I'm going to ignore this. I don't require a specific format because I don't have anything complicated. And I will just say, well, I want you to be a helpful assistant and return a motivational quote and nothing else. Okay, very simple. Now, if I click execute step, it will fail, right? The reason being is that this is the set of instructions for the prompt that we configure. We need to attach a chat model, a brain, if you may, and we're going to do this for OpenRouter, which is a service provider that gives you the ability to connect to any LLM model out there, virtually any, as long as they're commercial and have a service set up. And you can see here all of our options. Okay, so I'm going to keep it a GPT 4.1 mini, and I'm going to use my this credential over here. Now, if you wanted to figure out how to do the credential setup, it's very simple. All you do is just create a new credential, and you add your API key over here. And for the hell of it, let me show you how simple it is. Actually, you go to OpenRouter and you make an account, and you're going to go to keys, and you have to have some money added in. With a few dollars, you can do a lot of damage. I'm going to say test basic. n8n workflow and create. And here I go, copy this over, and I'm going to go back to my workflow, and where I say create new credential, I'm going to, name this test n8n basic and add in the credential. I'm going to save. Okay, and I'm going to keep it at GPT 4.1 mini. And since we are now configured, we should be able to get a result. So I'm going to click play on this node, and let's see, did it give me a quote? And it did. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. And it references an actual person. This is amazing. Now, the final step of this trifecta is a Gmail node. And we're going to go ahead and click. And there are options, right? You can basically do several operations. We're going to choose send a message. Okay. And we're going to connect to a Gmail account. Now, the ability to create a new credential is so simple with this particular node. You would say, okay, I want to sign in with Google. And then it gives you all your Google accounts, if you have one, that is, right? So I'm going to choose this account over here, and I'm going to just click continue. And the connection was successful. And we have over here the resource message, operation send. We don't change this, and we want to send it to ourselves. I'm going to do this, the auspiciouscompany.com, and the subject being motivational quote. Okay. And the message is just going to be the output from the prior node, the AI agent. Okay. And I'm going to click save. And if I press play, it will give me an email, right? So like I said, it was successful. Let's see, did I receive an email? And here we go. Okay. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Perfect, right? So if you want to see this from scratch, you can just, again, go ahead and press open chat, and let's execute everything at one fell swoop. I want motivation for being successful. Yeah. All right. So it's running everything, and let's go back to see if we got the email and refresh. Good. And we got success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. That's really nice. So, yeah, that was how we just got a really basic workflow. And I have another video coming up where I show you how to set up your n8n account from scratch and how you can import another workflow from a JSON file. And you will be setting up like a marketing lead insights workflow through Reddit. If you're interested in that, I definitely recommend that. On the last note, I just wanted to, for anybody that cares about this stuff, n8n is somewhat open source. I say somewhat because you can see its code, okay? But it puts some limitations as to what you can use it for. And the limitations are described here. Really, if you're caring about using n8n locally on your computer, or using it for your own purposes, like using it for commercial purposes, then you're at no risk, right? Like, this is a no-brainer. I do this for my work too. But if you wanted to use it for anybody else, well, that would put you in a bind. You can't. That would be the violation of the terms of service. But overall, they make their code available, and I definitely recommend them. And if you're looking for advice on how to self-host, there's another video in the description which shows you how you can self-host locally through Docker, or even through other services such as like Runway, DigitalOcean, and you can do it in like less than like a few minutes. So yeah, this is really what n8n is for, and I definitely recommend it for automating your rote and repetitive processes.